You got the Pharisees. They're plotting. They're constrained to plot against the one who brings true rest. And then you got the man with the withered hand who for many years has not been able to even support his family. And Jesus, in the way that this was all being set up, Jesus was angry. He experienced emotions. Notice what it says. That Jesus saw, looking around at them with anger, grieved at the hardness of their heart. Now, this is something really important that you need to understand about Jesus, because you're going to be following him. And if you're following him, you need to understand he's fully man. As Christians, we tend to lean on the side of he's fully God. Because that's really what, that's what you got to defend all the time, right? People say, right? But realize that what we do as Christians, and I'm talking to Christians who've been Christians for some time now, and in our Christian culture, the emphasis is always on him being God. It's really important that we balance that out with the fact that he's also 100% man. That's so important. It's so important to realize that Jesus, as the 100% man, was relying on God, his Father, and the Spirit. He was not using his deity. He was, as a man, relying on the Spirit, trusting the Father, pleasing the Father. That's his direction, because that should be our direction, right? That's what he's showing us. He had to live that way in order to be our representative. And so as a full human being, as one who God gave a body to, a body you prepared for me, Jesus says, he had emotions. He experienced emotions. Now, just as I go through these, I want you to think about it. Are these the emotions I experience about these things that Jesus did? What did Jesus rejoice in? He rejoiced in the Holy Spirit. And that text, it's actually in the context of the fact that God revealed himself to some and not to others, and he's relying on the Spirit. Do you rejoice in the Holy Spirit? Do you rejoice in the Holy? That's what Jesus did. He rejoiced in the Holy Spirit. He loved the rich young ruler. He marveled at people's faith. He wept at what death does, and he was angry and grieved right here. And so Jesus had these affections and these emotions, but he had them all without sin and in perfect accord. He always got angry at the right thing at the right time. He was always experiencing joy at the right time over the right things. He loved men regardless of their foolish choices, like the rich young ruler, right? So he had affection. Love is an affection. Yes, love is more than affection, but love is an emotion. It is an affection. Like Jesus, are you ever angry at self-righteousness? Like Jesus, are you ever grieved at others' sin? Now, if you're not, if you look at it, if your Christian life, and I know many people like this, many people like this, you tend to you don't want to mess with you don't want to have an emotional Christianity. And I know what that means. I understand that. You don't want to have an emotional Christianity. But if you're not feeling the right way about certain things, Jesus can help you with that. He can. This is what you want. This is what I've been praying for years. And it's really helped. Ask the Lord to make you feel the way he feels about people. Ask the Lord to help you feel the way he does about the world. Because, a lot of the time we hear people talking really bad about our world, right? We were getting our hair cut recently, and these two ladies were just going off on how bad our government, our governor, and just slander after slander after slander of the people who are in charge. Are we looking at the political system the way Jesus does? How many times did you hear Jesus rail on Caesar? See, we should ask the Lord to feel the way he does about our family. Ask God to give you the affection he has for your husband, for your wife, for your children, for your parents. It'll change you. Jesus had emotions. Jesus felt the right thing in this context. Isn't that what you're usually worried about? That's what I'm usually worried about. When you enter a situation, you know there's going to be hostility, or there's going to be anger, or someone's not going to like what you're going to have to tell them. What are you worried about? You're worried about what it might cause you to feel and what you might say. I don't know, maybe I'm alone in that. Is that true? You guys, is that true? Like, that's really, you're worried. You don't want to sin against that person, even though you have to say this, or even though they're this way. Well, here you have Jesus in a tense situation. Don't you want to be like him? Right? He was mad at the right people and yet showing compassion to the right person. Isn't that beautiful? You see how wonderful it is to follow somebody who goes through the very same things you do? Jesus had the very same situations that you have. So ask him. Ask him to help you feel the way he does about your life situations, your people, the people in need around you.